Hello everybody, we're the Geeks and the Giants, and we're continuing our early Halloween lineup with It Follows from a long time ago. I don't want to say
2014.
fuck, that's 10.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah,
I could have sworn this thing was still new. You know?
it
Like
feels
the
like
entire
it.
concept. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And it's kind of shocking to see like all of these like actors. I forgot. I
Well,
forgot that they're in like darker and like more grown up shit.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, this is our second video with Micah Monroe since she was in Long Legs. But here, yeah, she's the lead detective. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Yeah. But like,
Alright.
this follows such a simple concept, but at the same time, it's quite disturbing. Where it's like, someone has this thing, or someone has it, and when you have the sexy time, like you're the next one, and you're like, what? How is that fair?
Is this a euphemism for STDs? I don't know.
They're like, yeah, it's a sexually transmitted, whatever the fuck it is.
A sexually transmitted entity?
Yes. Like, the fact that we don't get a clear definition or like clear answer of what it is, we just know
I like that.
it's like invasion of the body snatchers, but just like with a sexually transmitted body snatcher, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the entire concept where it's just an entity, but it's not like ethereal. It's not like, oh, that only you can see it and only it can kill you.
Yeah.
Clearly it can hurt others and others can interact with it.
Yeah, but it's
The
going for you specifically. Like when people
Yeah.
are distracting it, it's like, nah, I'm not after you. I want
Yeah.
that one. Which I
Yeah.
like. But yeah, this feels like I saw the budget of this one. It's like $1 million only, and it made bang at the box office. Like Long Legs, like that also had
Yeah.
like a million only, and it's doing bang at the box office. I was like, damn, Michael Monroe has some magic to her because Jesus Christ. But you do get a clear idea of what this thing can do at the beginning with the starting girl, and you're like, you see the aftermath, and you're just like, what the fuck happened to you? What can do that?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, like we don't see it. It's just what like they do this whole one shot where she runs around. I don't know why she does a full circle,
Right?
or I think she's like maybe she was like leading it. You know, she was kiting it around.
Yeah.
I guess that's what she was doing, but yeah. So like we were just questioning it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Until we get to the beach, and I was like, damn, she dead. Yeah, and we cut to the character. What's her name again?
I forgot. Michael Monroe.
Yeah, Michael Monroe's character.
Yeah.
Jay. There we go.
Yeah, the characters are
Yeah.
not that memorable aside from her, but like it's still such a unique premise that I'm like, I don't mind.
I couldn't tell if they were. At first, I was like, I couldn't tell if they were siblings
Right?
or friends, and then they would start talking about like, remember when we kissed? I was like,
I
I
guess. So.
thought you guys were. Oh, I guess you guys are friends,
Right.
not siblings. But yeah, it was kind of odd. We don't see parents here all that much either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
So,
for the one that one dude's mom that turns out to be it, and you're like, oh damn, what a way to go.
I was like, ew.
Right?
And I think her dad was like,
Yeah, here for a bit.
yeah, like she, like the thing turned into her dad for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Anyway.
not much really happens. It's just like, again, a simple premise, which I appreciate. It adds to like, maybe that's why the characters aside from her are less developed. You just know Micah Monroe for a little bit, and like she's trapped. She's being chased, and you're just like, well, I'm attached to you. I hope you don't die like the girl at the beach because holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, so she goes on this date with this guy Hugh, and then they do the business, and then he's like, alright, I gotta explain something to you.
Yeah.
There's this thing that's after me. Yeah, there it is. You see that? You know?
All right.
Like I love it that he like kidnapped her, and you thought, oh shit, it's that kind of movie, and it ain't.
Yeah.
And like he's just like, look, I just knocked you out, so I could
I,
give you instructions. Like
I,
there's this thing that's
I,
after me.
I just need you to believe me. All right, let's go back. And you're like,
Yeah.
what? Uh,
I found that so weird because you're just like, you see it? All right, let's go. You know, like it takes her away.
yeah. After obviously traumatizing her, you're like, don't think she'll go back to normal either way, buddy.
Hmm.
And like the first time she encounters it, you're just like, oh, it's some weird old woman in a college campus making a oh fuck, oh shit, that's it.
Yeah, it's making a beeline for her. I'm like, oh crap, slowly.
Yeah,
There was a thing that I liked though. That was kind of cool. This is a great premise where the thing just walks.
yeah,
They don't even give it a name, by the way. Um, it just walks.
yeah,
So you could just go as far as you want and just determine how much you can like maybe plan something out or just rest
yeah.
or like have time to sleep, which is kind of cool. At the same time, I don't know if it's them poking fun at like Michael Myers kind
Yeah,
of characters.
yeah. Like you also have to be like, maybe I have enough time to do the dirty business because, right? She finds two guys at the boat and just like, oh, cool, a distraction.
That was a weird thing. I don't think she pulled through.
You don't think that? Yeah, because it's still
Mm,
chasing after her, and you're like, yeah,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that either, just to
yeah.
keep distance. Honestly, I don't know what I would do if I'm like, fuck, it's chasing me. I either one have to sacrifice someone, or two, just keep running for the rest of my life. I
Like even the guy who was like thinking about it, he was like, "All right, there's a couple of like prostitutes here." I was like, all right."
I'll for Hugh when he's like talking to them, and he's just like, do you fucking see that? And they're just like,
Yeah, we
yeah,
see that.
yeah,
Yeah, like it was just a girl like passing by.
yeah,
I mean, but like, I do like that because that's kind of like the fear factor in it, right? Like this monster can just be anyone. You won't even know if like the person that you slept with last died.
yeah.
You know, you just see somebody walking towards you and just like, I just really hope somebody else sees that person.
Yeah,
You
right.
know?
Like when it disguises as her friend in the beach, and you're like, well, that's a bit too obvious. She's
Yeah.
here, and you're just walking towards her, and you see her hair just get lifted up, and you're like, that's fucking freaky.
Yeah, yeah. And like, that's always the case now because like one of them has a gun.
Yeah,
And like, I always found it funny because like every time they have to like point the gun at the monster, their friend has to be behind it.
yeah,
You know, like even like that friend Greg was like, "Stop shooting, please."
right.
But like I completely get the entire like I don't think any of them did anything stupid except for Jay. She does something kind of like something that I would never do. And it's like the monster's in the water. You can clearly just stand up and just like, "Right, I think it's gone," you know.
Yeah.
But now she kind of crawls up to the edge of like the pool, and I'm like,
Yo,
why?
what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, that part
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now you're just being dumb.
Yeah, yeah. I was like stand the hell up.
Right.
Like,
But that ending, I think, even though it's 10 years old, I think it's pretty unique for a horror movie. Because you're like,
Yeah.
how do you solve this? How do you solve this thing without the ending being stupid? Because most times in horror movies, you're like, I think you could have done that better. Or like,
Yeah.
that's a cop-out ending.
yeah. Yeah, I do like it that they were trying to. They tried their best
Yeah,
to like fight this thing that they couldn't understand,
yeah,
which is really cool.
yeah,
Like they were just like plugging every toaster in the vicinity and just gonna toss it into this pool. By the way, they were talking about like this, like they were saying like, oh, my parents never would always like tell me that I should never cross this part of town, and like, oh yeah, I had a friend who had a party, but it was like a few blocks down from the border, and I'm like, what do you mean? I did a little bit of research. I found out they're in Chicago, in not Chicago, Detroit.
Oh,
And it's like, oh, that okay. The houses make sense now. Like, why is there so many abandoned houses?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
going back. Yeah. So like they're trying to toss all of these appliances into the water and
yeah,
like trying to like entrap it, but the thing is just like throwing all the appliances at the poor girl. I'm just
yeah,
like, God damn.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just like, oh wow, thank you, made my job easier. Fuck you, and you're like, oh fuck. Um,
I love that one phrase. Like, just point at it. He was like, ah.
and the ending is open ended because by the end you see her and the guy that liked her, and then they're just walking, and then you see no one behind them, and then you see someone behind them walking with purpose, and I'm just like, it's either it's dead or they're fucked. Huh.
Yeah, and it does look like the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, her friend or the guy that she's like with. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, he's wearing this exact same clothes. I'm like, did they kill it? Like even they shot it like twice, you know, like they shot it in the head and then they shot it in the head again.
Yeah.
Thing just won't die, so I'm guessing like it's
Yeah.
an ever living entity.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the open ending, I hate open ended movies like that, where it's like, oh, you know, something bad's gonna happen, but you're not gonna see it because the movie's done.
Yeah.
I hate those, but here I was like, okay, story goes on, it's fine. It actually worked very well. It wasn't bad,
Yeah.
you know.
And like I do love the camera work where you just see it following, and then the last shot is from behind them, and you're just like, ah, okay,
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, it's a pretty solid movie. Like the later 2010s, I would say, to even the 2020s, were quite creative with like horror, and like
Yeah.
hopefully we get enough time to do what those movies in the future this month. I mean,
Here, I really think they based this creature on a thing. I don't know if if anyone in the audience know what an SCP is.
oh,
Yeah, so there's like this SCP. I forgot what serial number it's on, but like it has the exact same kind of premise where instead of having sex with somebody, you look at it. Like if you're not supposed to look at it, but if you take a glance and you know what it looks like, it's gonna do whatever it takes to kill you.
yeah,
You know, like like there's this one story where like they put the guy who saw what it looked like on a rocket and shot him into space to see if like it could still do it, and it did. And I'm just like, what? So yeah, that's a very interesting like creature that I think this thing is based on.
interesting.
But that thing runs. That's the problem.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
thing just walks and like with no end in sight. You're just like, I guess
Yeah.
I just have to have an orgy somewhere in the middle, or just
I was about to fucking say that's the one way to fight.
hey, right,
Just attend an orgy.
yeah,
Because now you don't know where it, or who was the last one who had it, you know?
right. But yeah, what would you rate It Follows?
I read It Follows like a 7.5. Is it the best horror movie? Not really. Like, I didn't really get scared all that much. By the way, we didn't mention the mom scene. Um,
Yeah, with Greg's mom, you're just like, I didn't want to see that, but
I was
okay.
like, ew. What was the stuff on her arm?
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah. I'll give this one a solid 7.5 at least. It's a very creative movie. It's a very fun kind of horror, and you could tell that they were on a budget, but at the same time, you kind of appreciate it a little bit more that, like, hey, they were able to kind of construct this entire story
yeah,
on such a small budget when a lot of movies would have all the budget in the world, enough to feed a famine, and still make a shit movie.
yeah.
Um,
Like the latest Exorcist movie, you're just like, really?
Actually, it was bad. I was kind of
Yeah.
looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, I saw a few minutes of it on HBO, and then I was like, like a few minutes into it, I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'll pick it up later.
Yeah. But yeah, like other than that, yeah, the cast did great. The actress who plays Jay, she's in like Long Legs. She does an amazing job playing the lead character, and yeah, Like that was a fun movie. If I would say put this on your list if ever you need like a Halloween scare. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll also give this a 7. Like, again, not the scariest horror movie, but it's a very interesting concept. Like, maybe if it was done by a more horror-centric director like James Wan, it might have been more scary, but who knows. But, like, I do like well, like, prime James Wan in Conjuring 1.
Okay, fine. Fine. Prime James Wan.
Yeah.
Really, you didn't go with Ari Aster.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, though I hear
Alright,
his latest
anyway.
movie is alright. But, or Jordan Peele. I would like to see this in Jordan Peele's hands.
I would say, yeah, I could see this as more of a Jordan Peele kind of like movie because
Yeah.
he is very leaning towards the whole Twilight Zone feel.
Yeah, but yeah, very creative, very unique. I do like Michael Monroe. I do like the creature, and like I just love being like, wow, that was a pretty good movie. Like, gonna lie, solid movie. And like, let's be honest, like 2010s and like 2020s, there have been horror movies where just like, I am fucking sick of horror movies now. Thanks to like all the Conjuring spin-offs and sequels and whatever copies them, you know. But yeah. That's been a video for It Follows. What horror movie has an interesting premise that you would like to see us do? To the people watching, please tell us in the comments below. Maybe it's an old style horror movie or maybe it's a newer one. But yeah, whatever it is, comment down below. If you like our stuff, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. In the video, I am Zoda's Voices on TikTok and IG? No, that's a lie. I'm Enzo on Letterboxd. Oh, sorry. I also forgot to mention we're on TikTok ourselves, Geeks and Degenerates. Watch us react to trailers and watch our bloopers, like what I just did back there. And Spotify triggers on the go. But yeah, where can they find you individually?
You can find me at JomJM_ on Instagram and Ismaradicon.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.